Good health to you, fellow Ukrainians. Today there was a very productive and symbolic day, a day that I spent in the Kherson and the Mykolaiv regions. First of all, I had the honor of personally presenting our warriors with state awards. In Kherson, I presented 36 orders of Bohdan Khmelnytsky and For Courage medals, and handed over 3 more orders to wounded warriors. In particular, Brigadier General Alexander Tarnovsky was awarded the Order of Bohdan Khmelnytsky of the first degree. In September, he became the commander of the Kherson Operational Strategic Group of Troops, and we can see the result. The title of Hero of Ukraine was awarded to intelligence officer, Sergeant Andriy Orlov. Back in September, he showed extraordinary bravery and effectiveness in battles in the Kherson region. He was wounded and recovered, returned to the front line, and already on November the 10th, as a part of a reconnaissance unit, he took part in the liberation of Snegyurivka. It was he who raised the Ukrainian flag over the district administration building. Of course, there will be more awards, there will be more gratitude. All our warriors who restore freedom to Ukrainians and the Ukrainian land deserve the utmost gratitude. It is so. It will be so. I held several meetings today, both in the Kherson region and in the Mykolaiv region. We will do everything to restore normal living conditions for our people. It is obvious to everyone what Ukraine is, what the presence of our flag is. When there is a Ukrainian flag, there is civilization, there is freedom, there is social security, there is infrastructure, there is security, there is someone to take care of people. There are all the things that disappear and that are destroyed when the invaders come. This is what the Russian flag means, complete desolation. There is no electricity, no communication, no internet, no television. The aggressor destroys everything. On purpose. This is their special operation. On the eve of winter, the Russian invaders destroyed absolutely all critical infrastructure for the people. Absolutely all important objects in the city and region are mined. Everyone is happy when Russia is driven out. This is the happiness, which will also be restored in those cities and communities of ours, which are deprived of a normal life by Russia both after February 24th and in 2014. We will return everything. We will return normal life. And we know that peace for Ukraine is getting closer. For our entire country. In a few hours, I will talk about this in my address to the participants of the G19 summit in Indonesia. This is an association of very strong states. And today, on the eve of the summit, strong statements have already been made. In particular, it is important that the United States and China jointly noted the inadmissibility of any threats to use the nuclear weapons. Everyone understands whom these words are addressed to. Today, our partners also have made the decisions that strengthen Ukraine's position. I am grateful to Canada for the new package of defense support for our country in the amount of $500 million. And for the new sanctions against Russian accomplices of tyranny, against the cogs of this machine. I am also grateful to the United States for the new sanctions. Today, sanctions have been introduced against more than 40 legal entities and individuals who helped Russia to wage a war. Absolutely everyone who in one way or another works for the Russian army, the Russian defense sector, must receive complete personal isolation from the rest of the world. And then there will be punishment for complicity in terror. Within the UN organization, our diplomats worked for a long time with partners to agree on and adopt 2 very important resolutions. The first of them is supported today, regarding the creation of an international compensation mechanism that will make it possible to compensate all the losses caused by the Russian war. Moreover, at the expense of Russian assets. The reparations that Russia will have to pay for what it has committed are now part of the international legal reality. We are still agreeing with our partners on the second resolution, to create a special tribunal for the crime of Russian aggression against Ukraine. We will do everything to make them both work. Today, a meeting of the Coordination Council of Ukraine for Child Protection and Safety co-chaired by the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and the head of the office Andriy Yermak was held. I thank Mr. Guterres for that. They discussed how to stop the deportation of Ukrainian children to Russia and return home all those who were forcibly deported. At least these are almost 11,000 children, we know them by name. But these are only the ones we know about. And in fact, there are more deported. The meeting was also attended by the ambassadors of the leading states, whom we call on to help with the implementation of this task. We will really need the power of the whole world to bring back all the deportees. I believe that we can ensure it. I am grateful to everyone who helps Ukraine. I am grateful to everyone who fights and works for our country. Eternal memory to all those who gave their lives for Ukraine and our people. Glory to Ukraine.